Under pressure, no more time. Can we make a move? Overthinking, you and I. What do we have to lose?
Hey y'all, welcome back to Gentle Charm Budgets. I'm the Charming Heather, and today we are setting up our November budget. You can see, I've got you zoomed in kind of close so that you can see it, and hopefully I won't have to move you around too much. We're going to jump in and just get this started. So for rollover, we will have at least $100 rollover because I've set it aside for a savings thing. This time we're doing our budget a little differently. So what messed us up in October was so the way my husband actually, since he's went on first shift, he it's a little harder for him to get overtime or to work an extra day or whatever. But the way their schedule works is he'll work 3 12-hour days, and then on 1 week, and then the following week he'll work 4 12-hour days, which gives him overtime on 1 week, but makes his other check short. It makes his first check short. So that's the way we're gonna budget today, is based on what he should be making instead of counting on him getting overtime. And then if he does get overtime, then we can adjust our budget from that. So week 1, I believe, is, let me make sure. The first check is the short check, is going to be a short check. So we're going to do $8.89, I think is what he makes on his short checks. The second week is going to be $1,300. Okay. That being said though, this week I already know he's made overtime because he's going to have 80 something hours. So I already know that check's going to be really big. He's not even finished working for this check yet. And he already has 70 hours in. And they messed up his check last week. They didn't pay him one of his days. So he's actually going to have 84 hours in on this check. So I'm actually going to do the $1,300, but I actually think it's going to be more like $3,000. This check will be the big check. However, on this check, he's supposed to be getting his bonus. But just in case something happens and he doesn't get his bonus, I only want to leave it at this. On week 3, it should be down to the 3-day check, and then week 4 the 13. So that's one of the changes I'm working on adjusting for our budget. So for sinking funds, because we're spending money out of our Christmas fund, I'm going to go ahead and add that in right here. We have $500 still left in our Christmas fund that we're spending from the penny challenge that we finished. So I put that there. And I know we've already paid one of the bills. So $73 paid last month, paid for in October. Alyssa $325, Chris $96. Zach did not pay us in October, so he does plan on paying us double this month, and he bought a new phone for himself, so he's got to pay an extra $35. So He owes $635. Brandon is $325. My mother's will be $68. Cassie, we always just budget $550 because she pays the utility bill. She gives it to me, so I like to put it in here. So $550 for that. Jessica, we don't budget nothing for, but I like to remind myself that she owes me money. Etsy, I am budgeting $800 for. That is because of you guys. Y'all are amazing. I really appreciate you guys supporting my small shop. And I'm really, 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 really thankful for it. Just so y'all know. We will also have plasma, but I don't put plasma in the budgeting section because if something happens and I get sick and I don't go, I don't want to count on that money. So let's see. For budget, make sure y'all guys can see this. I want to make sure I keep you in frame. So we got $100. Okay, for a total we have $8,262. Our house payment is $2,471, and the other one is $542. Both of those should probably be changing in December. But for now, this is what we're going to budget them at. Comcast is $85. Utilities, we budget for $550. Our cell phone is $379.66. So we're just going to say $380. State Farm is $366. Netflix is $22. Hulu is going to be $87. So we have 2471, 542, 85, 550, 380, 366, 22, and 87. For $4,173. That leaves us $4,089. Okay, Amazon is $73, which we already paid this month. I mean, from October. Vanderbilt is $86.69, so I'm just going to put 87. Affirm is going to be $120. Capital One is $52. My Canva I'm going to pay for a year's worth of a Canva and it starts next month, and that's $119. Home Depot card is $32. We have a loan for $343. This Capital One should be nothing because I paid this one off, but just in case there's a little residual interest or something, I'm going to go ahead and put $28. This Capital One should be $28, and Walmart should be $28. Chris is $96. Was there something else? Seems like there should have been something else. I don't know what it is. All right. If you notice, this is shorter. I explain why in my closeout when I'm doing, because I'm going to talk about my debt confession and things. But just a short overview is we basically consolidated all the cards that we decided we're going to get rid of. And we're only keeping our Capital One cards, our Walmart card, and our Home Depot card, and our Amazon card. All other cards we're getting rid of. And so we consolidated them into one loan. And this is the payment for that loan, which literally is 3 times smaller than what our minimum payments were. This is a 0 interest loan, and we will be, it's spread out for over 3 years, but I can pay it off early, which is what I intend to do. I'm going to work on these others first, and then we'll jump into that and double up or triple up on the payments and get that paid off quickly is the plan. So let's see how much we got in debts. 73, 87, 120, 52, 119, 32, 3. So $1,006 is what we owe here. Subtract that from $489. That leaves us $3,083. Y'all see that okay? I'll hold that for you right there. Okay. For groceries, we went way over in groceries this past month. We went way over in dining out. So let's say $1,000 in groceries. We have Thanksgiving coming up, and just in case what we've saved or put aside for it isn't enough, we'll have enough here. Still not sure what we're doing for Thanksgiving, if we're hosting or if we're going to go to my sister-in-law's. It's undecided. She usually does Thanksgiving. She cleans her house and I cook at my house, and that way I don't have to clean and cook. It usually works out well. That's what we've been doing in the past, but my mother's living with us now, so I don't know what we're going to do for Thanksgiving. We have to discuss it. My mother was pretty upset yesterday when I said we always go to Amy's for Thanksgiving, so I don't know what we're going to do. For dining out, I am putting $400, and I'm doing this because my husband and I have not celebrated our anniversary yet. And there's this new restaurant in a town or so over that he wants to go try, and it's a pretty pricey restaurant. Other than that, my goal is not to eat out for the month of November. I'm probably not going to make that goal because eating out is my absolute most favorite thing to do. And my grandmother got onto me one time for going out to eat. And I said, great. I told her, I said, I don't have expensive houses. I don't have expensive cars. I don't have expensive jewelry. Eating out is what I like to do. I don't understand. I mean, that's what I like. part of the reason I like eating out is I don't have to clean up after it. And when the kids were little, we'd take them out and we all sat around one table and they talked. If you took them out to eat, especially my third son, he didn't hardly ever say a word unless you put food in front of him at a table. And then he talked. And we literally would spend 2 hours there just sitting there eating and talking. And it became a great pastime. I didn't have to clean up afterward. You know, it costs us a little bit of money. That time, we will never get back. I can never get back. So, and I would never trade it for the world. That being said, eating out is my absolute favorite thing to do. So I don't know that we'll actually not eat out this month. So I am putting $400 down there. I do know that we're supposed to go to that one place, and we have a birthday this month, which is my daughter-in-law's. So we're going to put $200 there for that, for birthdays. So that'll probably be an eat out day. Because that's all I do for birthdays other than the little kids. Once you reach teenage years, all I do for you is take you out to eat. That's it. I pay for your food when we go out to eat. I don't buy presents. I don't buy cards. I don't give you money. I don't do any of that stuff. I take you out for dinner. You get to pick the restaurant. And next year, I'm changing that up. You may get a card and a gift card. Because $200 to, I don't know, is too much. It's getting to be too much for us. And I mean, there's a lot of, with all the kids getting married and that sort of thing, I think we're just going to figure something else out. But anyway, household is getting, let's see, I usually do 20 a week. Help us to know how many days are in how many, let's see, we got 1, 2, 3, 4. So 11, 3, 11, 10, 11, 17, 24. Okay, so there's 4 weeks. I do 20 a week for household items, so that's $80. We're going to try for another $150 on the wedding. Gas, we'll put $300 on. Sinking funds. I still have to do my husband's oil change, so let's do $100. That'll come out of our car maintenance fund. Christmas, I put that in here, so $500. I don't budget anything for business expenses. I have a separate account for that. I write it here because sometimes I take it out of one checking account and I want to make sure that it's accounted for, and I make sure that money's moved back. That's why I write it here. I track it as part of our spending. All right, let's see what that is, and then I'll decide how much we're going to give me and Brian. $2,280. We're going to do $100 a piece for me and Brian. So $2,480. Subtract that from $30.83. That leaves $603 for savings challenges. All right, so I want to say it's budget with Jess does CD ladder. I'll put her thing right here for you. And I've been checking it out and looking at it and that sort of thing. It's a wonderful idea, and I'm going to start it, just so y'all know. So I put it right here under savings, and that $100 rollover that's where it's going. I've already got it in my Ally account to start my CD ladder with. That being said, so this goes in on the 1st. I actually want to do $200 in the CD ladder. I want to do one on the 1st and one on the 15th. I think is what I'm planning to do. The one on the 1st is going to be mandatory. The one on the 15th is if I can manage it. If we have the money for it, I will do it on the 15th. So I want to put 200 there. My 100 envelope, let's do 200 for it, because I want to start it back in November. Excuse me. I want to start it back in November. That is going to be our car savings for 2024. I want to get a new family vehicle in 2024. So that's for that. So that's 400. That leaves 203. So we will put 68 in this one. And that leaves 67 for this one and 68 for this one. And that should be 603. So 67, 68, 68, 200, and 200. $603. So 603 to 603 gives us a zero-based budget, which is what we look for when we're budgeting. So only showing you guys the monthly budget keeps me from feeling as so stressed or whatever. And it's less stuff you have to watch. You only have to do it once. You know, I'll do the setup of it, and then I'll show you at the end what it ends up looking like. But I hope you guys enjoyed this. If you did, please give it a thumbs up. And if you haven't subscribed yet, please do. And y'all go check out, I hope I'm saying it right, Budget with Jess. I'll put her stuff in there. Y'all go check her out too. Hopefully I said that right. I really should have wrote it down beforehand, but I didn't actually think I was going to tell you about it. Anyway, just shows you never know what we're going to talk about, right? So this is our budget for November. It should be a fairly good month as far as money goes. I should have way more than this to put into savings, because like I said, he's already at 84. He's already at 84 hours for this week. And if he works so I'm filming this on Saturday before you see it. So I plan on putting this out on the 1st. I'm filming this the previous Saturday. This check doesn't come into the following Friday on the 3rd. And it should be for 84 hours. And before taxes, I think I figured it was going to be $5,400, I think. And that's if he doesn't work tomorrow on Sunday, because their checks go from Monday to Sunday. So if he works tomorrow on Sunday, it'll be 96 hours. He's hoping to take off on Sunday because he's really tired, but it's shutdown week and you never know if they're going to let him or not. He doesn't know if they're going to let him. So, that being said, 84 hours is what we're looking at here. We're looking at a 48-hour check plus a bonus check for week 2 of November. The bonus check is what we usually do with how we usually do Christmas every year. And any residual, anything I need done will still come from the bonus check if I haven't already purchased all the presents from this money. So, okay, so now I'm just rambling. I love you guys. If you like this, please give it a thumbs up. And if you haven't subscribed yet, please do. It really helps me out. I love you guys, and we will see you back here next time. I don't know with what. Probably October closeout, I think. We'll see. All right. I love you guys. Bye.
Can we make a move? Overthinking, you and I. What do we have to